Okay, so the next thing I'd like to discuss is the enrollment and the production of minors. So what we have here is a longitudinal view over academic years on the horizontal axis, and then we have the number of mathematics minors and the number of statistics minors displayed here versus time. And I was under the impression, before reviewing, before looking at this data, that both of these measurements were also going to look flat. Okay? I thought they were going to look like a constant. I was expecting that maybe there were fluctuations around some number for mathematics minors. I was expecting that was going to be around 20. And I thought, yeah, it's probably going to be 17 to 22 or something like that, but basically flat. And for statistics minors, I was expecting a shape of flat, but I didn't know around what number. So the number of mathematics minors, as reported here, has substantial variability. It fluctuates a lot. It could go as low as 14, 15, all the way to 34. These are measurements per semester. Fall and spring semester are being measured here. And so, yeah, question. Would you
when do you get that big jump for spring 2019?
Yeah, that I know how. Actually, you're going to think that I told Rick what to ask me, because that's a question I have the answer. I was going to say that that would actually be the fall of 2018. It looks close to 20, but you're talking about this point, right, where I have the cursor here. So I have some intuition for this point in fall of 2015 and this point in fall of 2018.
That's the current semester.
Yeah, the last point is the current semester. So, but still, the thing that it was new to me is that this is fluctuating a lot. So one of the externally funded programs I mentioned earlier, preparation of the data-driven mathematical scientists for the workforce, is a National Science Foundation program. And I could explain in the fall of 2015 maybe 4 or 5 out of the 34 mathematics minors. You know, now 4 or 5 students out of 34 in fall of 2015. That's still not the full explanation of why was there a jump from 18 to 34. Now, when we look at spring of 2018 and fall of 2018, in spring we had about 21, 22 students, and that same program is currently funding basically 14 of the current 34. So in the latest data point here, the jump in part is due to the external funding. You know, but so I still think that there is a lot of fluctuation on the number of mathematics minors. And the other thing that I see from this data is that the statistics minors are fluctuating between 2 and 6. You know, so I think in part this is suggesting that the statistics minors, the program, the statistic minor, has not been able to establish itself. You know, and for the general public, I would think that a statistics minor is probably more interesting than a mathematics minor, in the sense that statistics naturally is going to be about applications of something. You know, so ideally, I would expect to see a shape like this with minor fluctuations, but a much higher level for the statistics minor. But I think this needs further review. Now, in terms of production of minors, you know, completed minors, what we're seeing here in dark green and light green, dark is the number of completed mathematics minors, and in light green is the number of completed statistics minor. So even though the minor in the statistics started in this year, 2012, 2013, there were 2 students that completed the statistics minor, according to this data, on that year. I suspect that was probably arranged with a combination of, you know, probably they had already some upper level statistics classes and they got some substitutions or something. And so because that's the first year of the statistics minor, and then there's one student completing in 2015, 2016, and another student completing last year. So over this 7-year period, there have been as many as 4 minors and statistics completed. In terms of mathematics minors, I think the total count, if you add up these numbers, these dark green bars, is like 60 something, 63 or 64. Okay. One thing that is not recorded here, is not reported, which I think is very important, is okay, right, this is the production of minors, but similar to the production of majors, this is reporting how many completed on that particular date, but how long did it take? What was the time of completion, right? Part of I'm trying to make sense of this variability and this fluctuation. I could picture some students, being in this minor, and then suddenly something changes, and then they just do not complete the minor, or just change minor, change major, or something like that. So I think it's easy to drop out of a minor, maybe much easier than it is to drop out of a major.